What I'm about to tell you might explain why your life feels out of balance, why your decisions feel heavy, and why your path feels confusing, even when you were doing everything right. Your divine feminine energy is meant to drive your life, and your masculine energy is meant to move the vision into reality. But somewhere along the way, the world taught you the opposite. You were told to grind harder, push more, force the outcome, ignore your feelings, silence your intuition, and call that strength. But that wasn't strength, that was survival mode. And survival mode is the graveyard where purpose goes to die. Today, I want to talk to you, not just as the listener, not just as the chosen one, but as a soul who is ready to reclaim balance. Because when the feminine leads and the masculine executes, your entire life transforms. So what is actually the divine feminine? Well, the divine feminine is not about gender. It is about an energy, a frequency, a spiritual intelligence that every human carries. Women embody it more naturally, but men need it just as much. The divine feminine is intuition, creativity, inner knowing. It is softness, emotional intelligence. It is compassion, nurturing, justice. The divine feminine is alignment, flow, receiving, healing, and vision. She is the blueprint, the inner compass, the quiet voice that tells you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. In ancient Kemetic wisdom, the divine feminine energy was represented by deities like Isis, the mother of magic, the womb of creation, the intuitive force of the unseen. Isis didn't do first, she knew first. She felt first. She saw the spirit behind the form. This was feminine leadership. And the masculine, Heru and Ra, brought those visions into the physical world. So in other words, feminine equals direction and masculine equals movement. When you flip that order, your life stops flowing and starts breaking. So why does the divine feminine has to drive your life? You have been trying to force outcomes that were meant to flow. You've been making logical decisions with no spiritual backing. You've been ignoring the whispers that could have saved you years of pain. The divine feminine drives your life because your intuition sees what your eyes can't. Your intuition protects you, it warns you, it guides you before the dangers even show up. Your creativity is your spiritual superpower. Every call and every purpose, every breakthrough starts as a feminine idea before it becomes a masculine action. Your emotions are signals, not weaknesses. They tell you what's aligned and what's killing your spirit. The feminine leads you towards purpose, not ego. When the masculine leads without the feminine, you end up chasing validation instead of destiny. Alignment saves you from self-sabotage. You stop forcing things that were never meant for you. You stop begging for doors that were never your doors. The feminine driver doesn't rush, doesn't chase, doesn't fear. She knows. And when she knows, the masculine moves with clarity, not confusion. So how does your life get damaged when masculine energy drives alone? Let's be honest. Many of us were raised in homes, cultures, or religious environments that glorify masculine energy and suppress the feminine. And this is what happens when masculine energy drives without feminine guidance. You grind without direction. You work hard, but at the wrong things. You chase relationships that drain you because you're ignoring emotional red flags. You make fear-based decisions because logic tries to control what only intuition understands. You disconnect from your purpose because purpose is feminine, execution is masculine. You become numb because you're taught to be strong instead of being honest. You feel burnt out because you stopped resting and started performing. When the masculine drives, you become productive but empty, efficient but directionless, successful but spiritually starving. But when the feminine drives, you return home to yourself. See, when the feminine is driving your life, you move with peace, not pressure. You choose alignment over approval. You attract people, opportunities, and experiences that nourish your soul. Your purpose becomes clear. Your creativity starts flowing again. You become magnetic. You stop forcing and start receiving. And your masculine energy, it becomes powerful, not destructive. Focused, not chaotic. Disciplined, not tense, and confident, not controlling. Masculine energy is beautiful when it's serving the feminine vision. It becomes the engine, the workstation, the protector, the executor. It says, tell me the direction and I'll take it. This is the balance you were created for. So how do you put the divine feminine in the driver's seat? Number 1, listen to your intuition the first time, not the 5th time, not after you get hurt, not after your spirit is exhausted, the first time. Number 2, feel your emotions without judging them. If you're sad, angry, overwhelmed, numb, sit with it. Your emotions are instructions. Number 3, slow down, pause, reflect, check in with your spirit. The feminine can't speak through constant motion. Number 4, create before you consume. Express something, journal, speak your truth. Visualize, write down your dreams. This activates the feminine instinct. Number 5, stop forcing what doesn't flow. If something feels heavy, if something feels off, if a situation feels wrong, it is wrong. Number 6, spend time in feminine environments. Nature, silence, water, soft music, warm lighting, spaces that slow you down. These spaces call your feminine back home. Number 7, allow yourself to receive. Support, compliments, rest, love, help, opportunities. Receiving is feminine. You cannot heal if you refuse to receive. Number 8, ask your feminine energy questions daily. What feels aligned today? What is my intuition saying? What do I need emotionally? Let her guide you. Let your masculine energy handle the action, not the direction, not the purpose, not the vision, just the movement. Masculine energy is best when it's carrying out a divine feminine plan. Number 10, honor the flow. Trust timing, trust pauses, trust redirection, trust the universe's orchestration. The feminine speaks in flow, not force. Right? Understand the balance you are not supposed to be all masculine. You are not supposed to be all feminine. You are supposed to be whole. Your feminine energy guides your soul. Your masculine energy carries out the mission. Your feminine says, this is the path. The masculine says, I'll walk it. Your feminine says, this doesn't feel right. Your masculine says, then we're not doing it. Your feminine says, I'm tired. Your masculine says, then we rest. Your feminine says, I have a vision. Your masculine says, let's build it. This is divine partnership within yourself. This is inner harmony. This is spiritual maturity. This is how you become unstoppable. You weren't meant to get through life by force. You weren't meant to ignore your soul just to survive. You weren't meant to silence your emotions, your intuition, your creativity, your softness. Oh, you were meant to flow. You were meant to create. You were meant to heal. You were meant to feel. No, you were meant to align. You were meant to live from your divine feminine and move through this world with your divine masculine. When you let your feminine drive and your masculine execute, your life begins. And when that balance returns, the version of you that emerges is the version you were always meant to be.